Hello everyone, welcome to Blitz Maverick TV. I'm sure you guys are wondering right off rip why I am gaming in this style. And there's a reason behind it, and it's not one that is very fun to talk about. You see, I am the victim of digital terrorism and online and domestic terrorism. Last year, a bunch of trolls thought that it would be funny to send me a USB kill device disguised as a JTAG USB. And if you don't know what a JTAG USB is, it's basically a jailbreak for the Xbox, where it allows you to take and play basically any game you could think of for, whatever console you're on, whether that's PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. And it basically unlocks all those games to where you don't need a disc or anything. You basically have the entire library of games at your fingertips. Well, they destroyed it by doing that. They had somebody pretend to, be a friend to me, get close to me, all that stuff. Also, on a side note, if you guys see this happening, I do apologize. It's literally a result of how bad my internet is, so I do apologize. But like I was saying, they thought that it would be cute and funny to destroy my Xbox by bricking it, in a sense. And then earlier this year, around March, they decided to take and place a virus inside my $1,000 Skytech gaming PC, completely destroying it. And like I said, since October of last year to March, see, that right there is what causes it. But basically from October to March, I had no console. And then from March up until now, I have not had a running PC. And I know what a lot of you guys are thinking, well, why don't you go out and buy a new one? Honestly, I wish I could, but I can't. Because, see, my family's not rich. We don't come from a rich background like that. I come from a family of hard workers, farmers, caretakers, stuff like that. And around 2016, I was making money. Back around 2015, 2016, I was actually a professional gamer on Twitch. I had sponsors and the whole 9 yards. Well, the trolls decided that it would be funny to basically falsely mass report me for stuff that I was not doing. And as a result of them mass reporting me on Twitch falsely, I lost everything. My job, my sponsors, everything. And at the time, I was making around $150 a day. But because of these people doing what they did, I lost everything. And it sucked. You know. And because of these trolls, they have ruined my reputation so much that no one here will actually hire me for a regular job. They have defamed me and slandered me that much. That I am no longer able to try to get a regular job. Because of the reputation that they have given me and basically forced upon me, I now am not able to get a normal 9-to-5 job. Because these people are so vile and so cruel and so evil that if I were to get a regular job, if I was able, they would do things such as call and harass me at work. They would come to the store or wherever I was working at the time and do whatever they could to try to get me fired by harassing me and basically getting me to fight or to get me arrested. So sadly, I don't have the luxury, in a sense, of working a regular job. You know, as much as I wish I did, because, like I said, I come from a family of hard workers. And I was taught at a very young age that you always work for whatever you want. If there's something that you want, you have to earn it. And, you know, and I've always followed that, and I've always stood by that. Though, like I said, because of these evil and diabolical people, and because of their wicked schemes to make me a target, I've lost out on about 6 to 8 years of my life. As sad as it is, that's the truth of it. And I'm not trying to make this an oh, woe is me type deal, no. I'm, you know, doing this so that you guys understand what's going on. Now I know what some of you guys are wondering, well, why are they doing this? Is there a reason behind it? No, there's not really. Like, there is a reason, but it's a very fucked up reason. You see, around 2017, not only was I, hey, there we go, took a win. But around 2017, not only was I doing streaming on Twitch, I also used to run a podcast with a friend of mine, and I was actually engaged at the time to my now ex-fiance and ex-girlfriend. Well, this guy named Music Biz Marty made a pass at me one day on the stream when me and her were hanging out. And I turned him down. And I generally turned him down because I'm not gay. Even though I do support the LGBTQ plus community, I'm not gay. Well, because he does not handle rejection very well, he thought that it would be funny to do something that is highly, highly illegal. And what I mean by highly illegal is he hired a very, very, very controversial and very much hated individual by the name of Mass Troll Mafia to pull a very much illegal pedophile sting on me. And when I mean illegal, I mean like they did not get cops involved. They did not do it for the right reasons at all whatsoever. They did it for the sole intent to get revenge on me for turning Marty down because I'm not gay. Needless to say, as a result, I began to get attacked. And because of these attacks, more and more people started harassing me and my family. And it started out with little stuff, you know. It really started out with just little things. Like, at first it started out with them sending, weird pizzas to my house that I didn't order. And when I mean weird pizzas, I mean weird as in, the pizzas, literally had nothing on them type shit. Well, when that failed to get my attention, they decided to ramp it up slowly and surely by making things worse and worse and worse. It got to the point to where they went from doing stupid little SWAT calls to, from pizzas and swatting me and sending, male prostitutes over to my house, to getting very dangerous and very violent, to where at one point I was shot at during a live stream. And they did everything they started ramping it up after that. Really ramping it up. And when I mean ramping it up, I mean they went from doing that to doing bomb threats, death threats. The most recent thing that they have done is one of the worst things that they've done. They essentially, a couple weeks ago, tried to turn my mom's van into a homemade bomb by taking and they basically took a blowtorch to it, essentially attempting to turn it into a bomb to where it would kill me and my family. And most recently, they have also done something that almost killed me. They essentially had somebody send me a brand new Xbox, or what they said was a brand new Xbox, and when I went to plug it in, it cut our power for about 5 to 10 minutes flat. And had that spark been any bigger, it could have very well taken my life. needless to say, these are just various things that they have done to my family and myself to basically harass us, attack us, and basically put us in fear of our life. And a lot of people have suggested that we move, and we would like to move, but again, as I said, my family does not come from money like that. And I'll be honest, the last time I gamed out with any of my friends, or hung out with any of my friends and played video games, like on an actual console, was literally last year. And my family has done things to try to resolve it legally. But needless to say, law enforcement has been no help to us at all. They have turned on my family in ways that are just very messed up. They have made jokes at my expense, falsely arrested me for defending my family's home against an attacker. They have basically left my family to fend for ourselves. And it's not been easy. As a result of what these people do, I now suffer from PTSD. I suffer from very, 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 deep depression. I suffer from anxiety attacks, panic attacks, as a result of what these people have done. And so, my history is not paved with gold. I'm not the hero that that gets the girl and rides off into the sunset type shit. No. I'm literally the definition of an underdog fighting his way back up from the bottom up. I've lost friends, family. I've been disowned by my own dad. Not my birth father, who I don't talk to for certain reasons I'm not going to get into right now. But my dad, who was in the military, who raised me since I was a kid. My own older sister, Dale Lynn, one of my older sisters, had turned her back on our family and decided to join in on the trolling. which I'm not gonna lie is very, very, very messed up. Like, all these horrible things have happened to me and my family, and not one single officer has tried to really do anything to prevent it. Like, these people are literally the definition of pure evil. And I am not exaggerating when I say that. These people are literally the worst people imaginable. Which is why I'm in the position that I'm in, because of these evil, vile people. So yeah, that's pretty much why I'm in the position that I'm in, because of these evil, diabolical people. And these people have made me out to be a monster that I'm actually not. Like, if anything, all I do all day when I'm not being harassed is I do stuff like this. I hang out with my friends as much as I can. I work on music. I work on artwork and stuff like that. And like I said, what these people have done to me is nothing short of disgusting and vile and evil and cruel. Which, like I said, that's why I don't have a console or a brand new PC anymore, because of how evil and disgusting these people are. These people are not good people. They will steal, they will attack. Anybody who tries to help me, they will go after. And when I mean go after anybody that tries to help me, like, they will go after their jobs, their friends, their families, and do anything they can to isolate me. And I know what you guys are thinking. Like, why are you telling us all this? Why not just make a dedicated video to that? And eventually I might. But I also wanted to make this video like this so you guys can understand exactly where it is that I'm coming from. Because a lot of people have made me out to be this evil, diabolical person that I'm actually not. And what these people have done is ruined my life to such an extent that I don't know when or if I'll ever be able to recover. I would like to think that one day I'd be able to recover fully. But I don't know if that day will ever come. I don't know. Like I said, I would like to think that day would come sometime soon. But as I said, I don't know when or if that will ever happen. As much as I would love to be able to get my life back, to restore the life that I once had. That is literally my ultimate dream, is to restore my life and to be able to make a living again, doing what I truly love. Not only as a streamer, but as somebody who enjoys making people smile, who enjoys brightening people's day. You know, I enjoy making people smile. I enjoy uplifting people and making people feel wanted and loved. Because when I was growing up as a kid, I was bullied my entire life. Because I'm only 5'3". I was born 1 pound 10 ounces. With a 1% chance of survival at birth. And how I survived was a miracle, and nothing short of a miracle. My arms and legs were the size of my mom's pinkies, and my head was the size of her fist. I had a 1% chance of survival. By all medical standards, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be alive. But yet here I am 35 years later, surviving. And you know, and I tell you guys this story during this gameplay so that hopefully you guys know and can understand that I'm actually not an evil, vile person. I've also had things done to me that I would never wish on anyone, including blackmail, extortion, and at one point it got so bad that I had attempted to take my own life at one point. And it's not something I'm proud of. It's something that I do not wish on anyone. In an attempt to protect my family from harm. I got blackmailed by a guy named Tips TV to either call myself a pedophile or he was going to go after my family. And so in order to protect my family, I did what I had to do in hopes that it would protect my family from being gone after in any way, shape, or form. Little did I know that was all a lie that he had planned out. So yes, my life has not been easy. My life has been full of struggle, hardships, loss, depression, near-death experiences. And pretty much anything that you guys can think of. And the fact that no branch of law enforcement has tried to help my family and has basically left us to fend for ourselves is honestly disgusting. My family has reached out to law enforcement over 120 times as of this year. Needless to say, we have not had any success. And like I said, for those wondering what my dream is, my ultimate dream right now is to just get my life back on track. To take back the life that I once had, that I was robbed of. That is my ultimate goal, is to get the equipment that I need to be able to stream again, to be able to make a living again, to be able to shut these evil people out of my life once and for all. So that I can be living my best life. And as I said, I tell you guys this story not to, bring anybody down, but to help you guys to understand the horrors that I have gone through, the hell that I have dealt with, the torture that I have had to endure, the losses I've had to take. Because I want people to understand that I am not the bad guy that the internet makes me out to be. While yes, I have had moments of raging out, I will admit that. But those rage out moments were not something I enjoyed. They were something I hated. Needless to say, part of the rage outs were caused by the local police in my area and their failure to do their jobs to help my family. Like, these people are evil to the point to where they do not care who they hurt. They do not care what laws they break. As long as they get what they want, that to them is all that matters. Like I said, these people are very diabolical and very evil. Like I said, my ultimate goal in life is to get my life back that I was robbed of. You know, and amongst all this chaos, that I've dealt with, I've learned one thing entirely. And I know it sounds kind of obvious, but the one thing I have learned is that police are not your friends. You know, another thing that rings very true too is that cop corruption and police corruption and law enforcement corruption is very real. And another thing I have learned is that if people want to make it so They can take online stuff and make it affect your real life in a very real way. And like I said, I'm not trying to, do the, poor is me story. No. I tell you guys this to, help you guys understand me as a person and why I'm so hesitant around people, so to speak. Why I'm always keeping my head on the swivel. Why I'm always, trying to be cautious of those that I'm around. Like, don't get me wrong, I have my friends that I know without a shadow of a doubt that I can trust. But I am very hesitant of new people that come into my life. And for good reason. And I know it sounds wild and crazy, and I know it sounds out there, because it sounds crazy just talking about it. But the thing that I've learned about these trolls and these terrorists, essentially, as they are, is that with me personally, they want to do all they can to not only make me homeless, but their ultimate goal, and I know it sounds scary because it is, but their ultimate goal is to not only make me homeless, but their ultimate goal is to actually have me murdered after my mom passes away in 20 some years. I know it's a crazy thing to say, but it's actually true. That is actually what they want to do to me. These guys have even gone as far as to have me falsely arrested for defending my home and my family, when somebody put my family's life in immediate danger. I was falsely arrested, let out, and thankfully the charges were dropped. But the fact remains that I was falsely arrested for simply defending my family. Like, how crazy is that? Arrested for defending my own family, even though, yes, when I attacked the person, they were on the sidewalk and not, near our house. But the point being, they had come onto our property many times already. So yeah, a lot of bad stuff has happened to me, man. And honestly, I'm genuinely surprised after everything they've done that I am even still alive. And hopefully, me telling you guys this gives you a clear understanding of what I've been through and the hell that I've had to endure and the hardships that I've faced. Because when me and my family moved up here to Ohio, when me, my mom, and my older brother moved up here to Ohio, we were homeless for a year, living out of the back of my mom's GMC Jimmy, making it barely day to day, jumping from storage unit to storage unit and campsite to campsite for an entire year. So I know all about hardship. I know all about, what it's like to survive. What it's like to come from nothing. And hopefully this story of even me just doing gameplay like this, hopefully it inspires some of you guys out there to just make use of what you have around you. That's what I'm doing right now with this. And like I said, hopefully not only does my story inspire some of you guys to never give up no matter what, but hopefully it also inspires you guys to chase your dreams no matter what you have to do to get there. Even if you have to do like I'm doing right now, then fuck it. You make that shit work. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't be something. Because if you work at it, you can do it. I should know, because there were times where I've hit over 1,000 subscribers and had my channels completely destroyed by these people, but I never gave up. To this day, I'm still out here fighting. Alright, so because that is my ultimate goal, is to not only get back to where I was as a content creator, but also to inspire people to never give up on their dreams and to keep going no matter what it takes. Oh man, it took so long. Now let's see what I have unlocked. And when I said earlier that I've hit 1,000 subscribers several times in the past, it's because I have. I've hit 1,000 subscribers so many times that I should have 100,000 subs by now. And I should have a silver play button. But sadly, that's not the case. And as much as it sucks, that's the reality of it. But as I said, I tell you guys this story to hopefully, to hopefully encourage you guys to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what hardships you face, you can always make something work. As I'm doing now with my gameplay videos. Like I said, I aim to inspire people. If I can help somebody forget about whatever craziness they're going through in life, then I'm doing my job. If I can help somebody to be inspired, to make use of whatever they have around them to make their dreams come true, and to make their dreams a reality, then I'm doing my job at the end of the day. And that's something that can't be bought. That's not something that can be, you can't, you can't buy that. You can't manufacture that. No, come on. See, this is what I have to deal with sometimes right here, is this. Like what just happened right there, this is what I deal with on almost a daily basis with this. Come on. That was close. Yeah. Yes, please. Sorry about that, y'all. My mom was asking me if I wanted anything. But that's family for you, man. It's when you're living with family, that's what you deal with. But for now, guys, I will only be doing like hour-long streams like this, or videos like this. No, you ain't wiping me out today, kid. I have just one more to take out. Where is he? Aha. And I win at the final match, yo. Let's go. Anyways, guys, that will do it for this episode of Fortnite here on the channel. If you guys did enjoy this, be sure to smash that like button, that subscribe button, and the notification bell down below. And again, I hope that my story inspires you guys. That no matter what you're going through, no matter what your circumstances is, there's always a way to make things work. There's always a way to get through everything. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. No matter what's going on, no matter what you're going through, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And there's always better days ahead. And with that being said, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. And I will catch you guys next time, man. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. This has been Blitz Maverick TV. And I'm out. Peace.